in the line of duty.
We will start with the Ministry of Defense, and that reflection will be given by Colonel Ernestina Asan. As Colonel Asan makes her way to the podium, we also ask that the Chief Director of the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology should also be on standby. Once again, we will take the first institutional reflection from the Ministry of Defense, delivered by Colonel Ernestina Asan. And the Chief Director of the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology should also be on standby to give the next reflection.
Reflections by a cross-section of management members of Ministry of Defense on the demise of the late Honorable Dr. Edward Kofi Omanibuama, Minister for Defense from 30th January to 6th August 2025. I present to you reflections by some of the members of the management team that the late Minister for Defense ran the affairs of the ministry with. The late Honorable Dr. Edward Kofi Omanibuama, though his tenure as Minister for Defense was brief, left an indelible mark through his transformative leadership and unwavering dedication. His diplomatic and inclusive approach fostered collaboration, while his vision for modernizing the Ghana Armed Forces ensured readiness for contemporary challenges. Dr. Buama prioritized the welfare of military personnel and civilian staff, championed civil-military relations, and advocated professionalism at all levels. His passion for agriculture and digitalization brought innovation to the ministry, and his strategic communication skills elevated its public engagement. His legacy, modernized, motivated, and responsive armed forces will endure. Farewell to a leader whose service was exemplary, whose vision was transformative, and whose memory will remain eternal. Knowing Dr. Edward Omanibuami from afar, I monitored his selfless and exceptional leadership traits. And now, reflecting on the opportunity to have served under him at the Ministry of Defense, I have benefited from his visionary approach, empathetic management style, and commitment for fostering a collaborative work environment. Over the past few days, as I struggled to come to terms with his tragic demise, I reflect on Dr. Omanibuame's positive, productive, and progressive approach, which is contagious and transformative. His approachable demeanor and open door policy, allowing staff members to feel valued, heard, and empowered to contribute their ideas and perspectives would always be key points for reflections. Under his leadership, the Ghana Armed Forces was set on a path to becoming a key player in national socio-economic development. He championed the President's directive to revitalize the Defense Industries Holding Company Limited, DHOC, envisioning its expansion into a Defense Industrial Development Corporation with private sector integration. His dream was for DHOC to spearhead Ghana's industrial revolution, ensuring self-sufficiency in military production and reducing dependency on imports. Tragically, he was to receive the expert report on this transformative agenda just days after his untimely demise. From another teammate, the first day Dr. Omaniboama came to the ministry, he was full of smiles, addressed me by name, and had a little chat with me. He was full of love, positive energy, enthusiasm, and passion. He was a very good man with a kind heart. Reflecting on my time with the Honorable Minister of Defense filled me with profound gratitude and admiration. His extraordinary humanity, selflessness, and meticulous attention to detail left an indelible mark, while his brilliance and humility made him not just a leader, but a true inspiration. His unwavering integrity, dedication, and even his warm humor in challenging moments revealed a remarkable character. Though our collaboration was brief, the values he embodied, service, wisdom, and grace, will remain etched in our hearts forever. May the Almighty grant him eternal peace and comfort all who mourn his passing. His legacy will continue to inspire, and he will be deeply missed. Your words on my first day in your office are still fresh on my mind. It was just a brief moment with you, however. Your impact is so loud and clear. You were someone who doesn't mince words. You were bold, articulate, and smart. You say it just as it is. You never entertain problems. You were the school of thought of bring your solutions alongside your issues. You were not bossy and loved delegation of duty. You made your intentions clear to us. You were an action man. The late Dr. Edward Omaniboama was such a great leader with the kind of qualities no words on earth can describe. Such a manner of man who was a role model, selfless, diplomatic, reverent, gentle, subtle, kind-hearted, and on and on. What a great shock that laid its icy hands on you. Your plans for the country have all been shattered. Rest in peace. Demnifadwe Yawo Ujuba. Dr. Edward Omaniboama embodied the essence of true leadership, kind, humble, and ever smiling. He made everyone feel valued and heard. His deep respect for civil servants and dedication to uplifting their voices in a military-dominated space showcased his unwavering commitment to fairness and inclusivity. Compassionate and hardworking, he was always ready to serve, even in his final moments. His legacy of empathy, humility, and selfless devotion leaves an indelible mark on all who knew him. Though his passing is a profound loss, his spirit lives on in the lives he touched. Rest well, say, until we meet again. Such a fine gentleman, knowledgeable, yet humble. When I heard you inform your clerical staff that you will be going to Obuasi the following day and that you will not be at work. It affirmed my belief that you were affable. How many of our ministers interact with their clerks that way? We lost gold. You were more precious than gold. You created a work environment where we were ready to die for the job. May God keep you safe. Rest well, our hero. Rest well, Honorable. Dr. Edward Omaniboama was an open and an all-inclusive minister. As the Minister for Defense, he brought a complete change to the ministry. His persona, general outlook, and operation emanated intelligence, professionalism, commitment, and dedication. He was kind and ensured that all staff were included in almost every activity and decision making. He was very knowledgeable in his work and tried to carry everyone along. He will be greatly missed. May the good Lord receive his soul. Dr. Edward Kofi Omaniboama was a remarkable leader whose passion, dedication, and kindness left an indelible mark on all who encountered him. From his inspiring presentation at GhanaWeb in 2016, where his enthusiasm for national development shone through, to his warm welcome at the Ministry of Defense, he embodied excellence and compassion. His sudden passing is not only a profound loss to the nation, but also a deeply personal one for those who had the privilege of working alongside with him.
Thank you, and we'll now take our next institutional reflection from the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology. And the speaker is the Chief Director of the Ministry, Madam Suwaiba Adam. And while Madam Adam is coming over to the podium, the representative for the Ghana Armed Forces, Air Commodore Matthias Ewua, will be on standby. We'll take a reflection from the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, from the Chief Director of the Ministry, Madam Suwaiba Adam. It's a 2-minute reflection. Thank you.
Mahama, First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency former President J.A. Kufuor, His Excellency former Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Right Honorable Agban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament, His Lordship, the Acting Chief Justice Paul Bafoboni, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, Diplomatic Corps and Ambassadors, Nime, Name, and other traditional leaders present here, members of Brief family, distinguished guests, media present, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, I'm honored to present these reflections on the professional life of Honorable Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Ibrahim, Member of Parliament and Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. If there is one major reflection we would like to share about the Honorable Minister, it is the speed with which he sought to transform the environment, science and technology landscape of our country. For this reason, he did not think that anything about the sector should wait for tomorrow, as everything was urgent. Honorable Murtala can best be described as a visionary leader, a devoted public servant, a true patriot, and indeed a comrade. His favorite way of addressing people and the way he loved to be addressed himself. Everyone is a comrade to Honorable Murtala. The Honorable Minister, within the first 3 months of his appointment, initiated and launched the biannual Environment, Science and Technology BEST Forum in June 2025 and has set the stage for the main BEST Forum in the week of 15th of September 2025 to institutionalize the annual engagement amongst researchers, academia, and industry for Ghana's technological innovation and socio-economic transformation. The minister was passionate about policy developments. Within the first half of the year 2025, he personally saw to the development and completion of key policy documents that has received cabinet approval. Punctuality was his trademark. He consistently reported to work as early as 6:30 a.m. and at most 7:30 a.m. I personally share my experience with him. As a chief director, when I was posted to the ministry, the first day I reported at 8 o'clock. I found Minister Murtala on his table. The next day I reported at 7:30. Again, he was in the office before me. On the third day I reported 9 o'clock. I still came and met him on his table. The rest of the story is my to-do. I then advised myself. He spends his early hours of the day to respond to official emails and other relevant correspondences before attending to activities of the day. Most of the time, he juggled responsibilities between office, parliament, and the presidency. He was hospitable, accommodating, and receptive to stakeholders of the ministry. He hosted and engaged several guests, including diplomats, civil society groups, and individuals offering to support and collaborate with the ministry in the areas of environmental management, science, and technology. It is therefore not surprising that in one of such collaborative ventures, the Honorable Minister lost his life. He was multi-tasked to the admiration of everybody and never seemed exhausted. He was often seen driving himself
Our
to
next
work
reflection
and
will be
made
read
the rest
by Air Commodore Matthias Ewa. Our
and
next
made
reflection will be
the
read
rest of us
by Air Commodore Matthias Ewa on
wonder
behalf
whether
of
we
the
needed
Ghana
pretty
Armed
details.
Forces.
Engaging warmly and openly with all minor new generation of public sector and endeared him to colleagues, staff, and development partners and the broader Ghanaian public.